Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
In this video, I will hear her story
Yeah.
after coming to Japan.
Wow.
Yeah. You came to Japan 3 years ago.
Exactly, yeah. 3 years ago.
How was the start of living in Japan?
Yeah, so when I arrived, I just dropped off my studies, right? So I had no job, I had no money, I had nowhere to go, I couldn't speak Japanese. I just had my heart and passion.
Passionate girl.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, when I arrived, actually, I was lucky to have my twin sister that was already there, though. So I still had something. So I was looking actually for a place where to live, and then I decided to just go in the same share house as her. So we stayed in the same share house in Kwanji. And so from there I just started to look for a job because I had to pay for my rent, right? So and food. So the beginning was a bit tough, but actually I was just so excited. So still it was kind of fine. So I was lucky to have my English skills. So I just tried to use them. I was like, okay, I don't have a degree. I don't have experience. I have nothing, but I can speak English, you know. So I just search a lot online for jobs, and then I could first find some opportunities as a private English teacher in Japan. So I did actually a lot of private teaching to Japanese for both French and English.
Yeah. How did you find your student?
Yeah, so I was using several websites that are specialized, but mainly I was using Hello Sensei.
Hello Sensei.
知ってるかもしれないですけど。
Yes, I know.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, so it's actually an amazing website to find some teachers easily. So if you are looking for a private teacher to really have a conversation with, I really recommend this.
In person or on the internet?
I think it's usually in person, but they can also put online lessons as well. So you can have both if you prefer. But if you have an actual in-person conversation, the student will usually have to pay for the transportation fee.
Oh yeah.
So and then you have to find the cafe and the right place to meet. But sometimes it's quite nice to have a meeting in a cafe every week, and then you talk in French or français or in English. So it really depends on what you want and how you feel. So for example, if you really want to practice your listening skills or grammar or these kind of topics where you need to talk deeply or really understand what they say, maybe it's better to be into a more quiet place, or I would probably recommend to use online lessons. And also I can actually talk later about advantages of online or in-person lessons, but basically online is really convenient because it's so fast. You just switch on your computer and you can and you can so it's very convenient.
It's more convenient,
Right? You also have private lessons right now, right?
Oh yeah, right.
How is it? Is it useful?
Yeah, it's useful. I use Cambly now.
Cambly.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of Cambly. So, but Cambly is they are not Japanese actually.
The teachers are native speakers.
Oh yeah. Oh native speakers. Oh, that's great. But I mean, they are not in Japan.
Not in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. From all over the world.
Okay. Is it a great platform?
Yeah, I think so. Many English YouTubers recommend Cambly.
Wow.
Actually, yeah.
And what about HelloTalk?
Oh yeah, HelloTalk is good, but it's different. It's a language exchange app.
Oh.
Yeah, so Cambly is English lessons.
All right, so it's more
more like a learning. Yeah.
Really learning.
Teacher and student.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds cool. But Hello Sensei is kind of the same. So I would recommend this website, but still be careful to whom you are working with. So check out the teacher profile and see exactly what they are proposing, because some people will just they'll just provide a conversation and without anything. So I remember in my case, I was really like I was really passionate about helping my students. So I used to prepare some like PDF and lessons every week, and really like I was trying to really help my students to move forward. So I was giving exercises and these kind of things. But yeah, so
wow, great teacher.
Yeah.
So you must be popular teacher.
I had.
There are many repeat students.
Oh yes, I had students like for actually like almost two years. Actually. Yeah. I was quite popular actually. At some point I had like so many lessons all the time. But yeah, so that's great actually. But if you want to know more about actually how the teacher is actually feeling about these private lessons, one of the things that is hard for us, I would say, is when you schedule, for example, and you cancel like last minute, or you don't do the exercises, for example, or when the student is actually not really how to say, he's not doing his best, so you feel like you are kind of, you are here and you are trying your best to help him, but he's not,
not
really
a serious student.
Yeah, so like ちょっとダメですね。もう頑張りましょう。
And then you scored such.
Oh no. Actually, how to say? I mean, I'm a serious teacher, as like strict, as more like okay, let's improve together. Like let's reach our goal and let's go to the next level. I'm kind of like this. Yeah.
So where did you teach English usually? In cafes or?
Yeah. So I was usually going to cafes. So
the students chose the cafe.
Yeah. Okay. So either usually they were choosing it, but we were still like trying to find a place that were closer to each other. So sometimes just like during the half of the
middle of the
so it depends actually. At the beginning I needed money, so I was just like traveling all the way for maybe like 30 minutes just to go for 1 hour lesson. Yeah, so that was a bit like a drawback, but at the same time, I could visit Tokyo this way.
Like a traveling.
Exactly. I could travel a bit around, so it was still like it was interesting, very interesting experience for me. And I met so many different types of Japanese, so like very young students who wanted to practice for TOEIC, for example, like for exams, or just like older people who just wanted to practice conversation or practice pronunciation, or this kind of different types of people. So it was very interesting, even for me, to just learn more about Japanese. I was really working with locals, right? So it was very interesting for me at the beginning of my trip in Japan. So I learned a lot. And
you are a popular teacher, so some students fall in love with you.
Right? Actually, quite a few.
And what happened?
There was a few, like it was really like serious. I was like, oh my god. I was quite surprised actually, because it was like any age. Any age. So like
from younger to older.
So like just like maybe like around the same age. And so like I love you. And I was like oh thank you. And then I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the same feeling. So the thing is, like, then they were like, oh, then I'm sorry, like, it's too painful, we need to stop seeing each other. And I was like, all right. So I lost my job because of this.
So he said in the lesson.
Like at the end.
At the end.
Yeah, so this and sometimes like I really like I remember like one time I was really surprised, but or like it was this, I remember like this person was kind of the same age, but so kind actually. So I was feeling bad, but it just I don't know. I wasn't attracted. So, but anyways, and then there was this very old man as well. It's actually several like old men. I mean, old like how to say,
like a 50s, 60s.
Yeah, something like this. And so like, I was surprised. But I think it was actually I learned a lot about the culture, because I feel like in Japan we can actually see a lot of young girls going out with old guys in Japan. I think like it's almost cultural. It's almost normal here. You can see very young young Japanese girl with old men in the street like this, and for me it was really a shock. I was like, wow. And so when I heard this person telling me, yeah, I love you, and I felt it was really sincere, so I felt like, wow. Oh, it was really incredible. But I felt like really touched, actually. I was like, how come someone is loving me so much and these kind of things. Anyways, I was actually really, really touched.
Ooh.
But yeah, so in the end I lost students and I lost my job. So
they didn't continue to take your lessons after.
Yeah, but not all of them, of course. It's just a few, right? But
okay.
they don't all fully love me. I'm not that great, really. But yeah, so still, yeah.
Okay. I see.
That was a small issue that happened several times, but anyways, otherwise, it was really amazing, and with this experience, so I now really I have a very kind of deeper understanding of the Japanese language and how, because I actually know the Japanese language a little bit as well, I can understand what kind of mistakes they do and why they do it. I have no example coming to me right now, but yeah, even like I had one tatoeba, like when the L and the
L
R,
and R.
those kind of things.
V and B.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. C and she.
Yeah. Even actually for when I was giving like French lesson as well, like Chine and China, and Chine en français, in French Chine means China, so they were saying like sin, and yeah, and I can understand, because you don't use the sh in Japanese,
Not so much.
Sha. Right? So I mean, she, it's she actually. But anyways, so yeah, there was like something that didn't work.
Common mistakes.
Yeah, common mistake that I really realized it was like a pattern. Oh, one that really came many times. For example, you say almost.
Almost.
To say, yeah, you use almost on behalf of most of.
Most of.
Yeah, hotondo, because you use it as hotondo, but sorry, my pronunciation is so French.
Okay,
Hotondo.
you mean that they
for example,
confused almost and most of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I saw this for many students, and I think it's because of the way you talk in Japanese as well, like the way you create a sentence.
Oh.
So yeah, it was very interesting to me to see that and experience this. So yeah, if we talk more together about how to learn English and Japanese and all these things, like I can really understand you and understand your struggles. So yeah, I'm happy to help from my experience.
You can sympathize with such students.
Yeah,
Japanese
definitely. I can understand you, and pronunciation especially is really difficult for Japanese, I feel. But we can do this together. Nothing impossible for us.
Yeah, right. You can do anything.
Yeah, 一緒に頑張ろう。よし。So yeah, so actually I started really with private lessons. But because it was all like bada like here and there, no like clear schedule every month and every week, and it was kind of actually pretty stressful for me. So I finally got not a full-time but part-time job at English conversation company. That was really incredible.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese company.
It was a Japanese company, really specialized to provide a space for Japanese people to practice speaking. It's called LANCO, so we can link in here. But they actually provide a lot of content now recently, like more online because of Corona and all this stuff. But in the past, it used to be they had this contract with many cafes all around Tokyo, and they had this table reserved. And then so we had a specific time with a specific mate. It was supposed to be the English person, like the foreigner, and the mate used to have to make people speak at the table. So people could come at any time. For example, like they just check the schedule, and then they could choose which mate they could select, and then they just go at the hour when there is a person they want to talk to. Anyways, so basically it was just a table with one English-speaking foreigner, and then people can come at any time to speak. So sometimes it was just one-on-one, sometimes like 8 people just for one mate or these kind of things. So yeah, and wow, this experience was really amazing for me.
Oh, it's like a 英会話 cafe.
So
English cafe.
Yeah, but it was kind of, how to say, they had like a very, but it's still now actually, it's just like now Corona, it kind of, how to say, now it kind of, went down a little bit, but they switched it to everything online, but it used to be very like complex, actually, like complex way, system with different stuff. So yeah, it was really interesting. And at that time, I talked to so many different Japanese. It was incredible. I could learn so much, and I could sometimes really have like, when it was one-on-one, it was really like deep conversation. So it was really interesting. Like I could really learn so much about Japanese psychology in a way, like
culture.
Really like deep culture and stuff like that. So yeah, and they were like some repeaters, because actually at this one I got quite popular as well, and there were many people coming to my table, and sometimes I had so many people coming.
Wow, you are a popular mate.
Yes.
Always popular.
So nani and there were other mates who were like more popular than I, and they were really amazing. Like that was great, because actually my coworkers were coming from all around the world, and they were like so cool. So yeah, there were like many people really cool. But anyways, but at that time for me it was really challenging, because how to say, I was 20 years old at that time, and it was actually like I was quite shy, like really.
Only 20 years old at the time. So you got very matured from such an experience.
Yeah, because actually I had to really, first I had to be confident to earn money. It was not about just studying anymore. It was just really like real life. Okay, you have to get confident, you have to talk, you have to trust yourself and believe in yourself, or you have no money and you have no food. So, but it was kind of a good motivation actually. I like these kind of challenges. I liked it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna challenge myself, because I used to just study and not talking too much to people. Actually, like I used to not go to any parties or these kind of things. So
it's a big change from such a student life.
Yes, exactly. Like just like student to just work, and actually, so I really started to work abroad. So yeah, everything was different. Yeah.
Wow. But exciting.
Yeah, so exciting. So yeah, I grew so much. I became a new person. But I guess there is always my heart that is the same. But I just like, I had this like will to improve, to get better, and to challenge myself. So yeah, guys, if you go abroad, even if you have no plan, because I had no plan actually, I had no plan. Just trust yourself and just take this really opportunity to challenge yourself and grow, and really you are gonna be amazed at how you can improve and just like grow as a person. Really incredible. Like traveling is amazing. I love traveling. I want to travel more. Let's go now. But yeah, really incredible. So that was the beginning of my trip in Japan. First as a teacher of languages.
All right. So
hi.
In this video, let's stop here, and so we will talk about after English teacher in Japan.
What happened after teaching English? And French. Yesterday.
Because you will work in a fashion brand.
Right?
Wow.
Really amazing.
And working as a model. Started working as a model. As well.
ちょっとですね。
Okay.
All right. If you have any other questions, especially about how to start when you are in a new country or these kind of things, like definitely let us know in the comment, and also check the subscribe button.
Subscribe and click the like button.
お願いします. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. See you next video.
See you next time.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.